Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my everyday winter foundation routine. I've changed things up quite a bit lately. I'm actually experimenting with a new foundation that I've been loving. It's the Revlon Nearly Naked, and so I will be showing you guys how I did this, including my highlight and contour and blush routine too, thrown in at the end. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you guys in the video. Okay, so I am going to start with this Olay swirled mattifier, and actually I really haven't been using primers lately. I've been using like either this or the Porefessional by Benefit. I don't know why. I go really in and out of using primers and stuff. I feel like during the winter it's not as necessary just because you know, your makeup doesn't really like sweat off or anything. I feel like my makeup holds a lot better during the winter time. So I also use a moisturizer beforehand, which I didn't really show. And it's really, it varies, but that's what I use. My skin is really bad today, if I didn't mention that in the intro. So please get all your mean comments out of the way. Well, just don't give them to me, just keep them in your head. I have a really bad mark right here. So we're gonna see how good I can cover that up. But usually I like to let my acne breathe when I'm having a breakout, so I actually usually don't do my makeup, but I don't know why I chose to film today. But anyway, okay, so that's the first step. And then the foundation that I've been using is the Revlon Nearly Naked, and this color is 210 Sun Beige. I think it is a little on the dark side for this time of year, but I think it blends out okay, and especially like when I put all my bronzer on and everything, it kind of evens everything out. And actually before that, I'm going to use this Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I have actually not been using this quite as much just because it's very thick. I've been using a different concealer for under my eyes, but I'm going to use a little bit of this on this spot before I do my foundation. When I do use this concealer, I like to use it before my foundation because I think it looks more natural that way. Because it is very thick and very heavy. So when I put it underneath, it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of blends a little better, in my opinion. All right, so the Nearly Naked, what I do, the only thing that I really don't like about this is that it doesn't have a pump or like a squeeze bottle. So I have to like pour it out, and I just take my hand and I just pour a little bit, like as little as I can. That even looks like a lot, but just the least amount that I can. And then I take my F82 round Kabuki brush, this is by Sigma, and I just dab like little dabs of it, and then I go in and dab on my face. And I really like this brush a lot. This is like my ideal foundation brush since I've been using it. I need to actually get another one because I use it a lot. I use it every day. And I like it because it's a little bit tapered, like, I don't know if you can really see that, but one end is a little higher than the other, so it's nice at like getting in. You can even do like under your eyes really well, and I don't know, it's just a really great brush. And I don't know if you can really see, but I think this foundation, I don't even know if it's that it's too dark, is that it's maybe a little bit more pink toned. My skin is pretty yellow toned. I don't know, I feel like it's not a great match for me. But I feel like I said, once I have everything on together, it looks really nice. So I think I'm gonna experiment and probably buy a different shade of this at some point because I love this formula. But you can kind of see the difference. Like, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but it looks like it's a little wrong. I never said I was a makeup artist or a scientist or an artist of any kind. Well, actually, you know, I don't know. I think I have said that before. So this is just like one layer of it, and then I'm obviously gonna blend it down to my neck too because, like I said, it's not the perfect match. So you wanna make it look as natural as you can. Ugh. Normally I use the Acne Fighting Foundation by e.l.f. and I do love that, but I don't really like it so much in the winter because it is really drying. It has salicylic acid in it. So I like this one a lot better for the winter when my skin is drier. And also I feel like when you have acne, I've been using some other products with salicylic acid for this breakout. This is like a hormonal breakout that happens once a month, if you know what I mean. And I feel like using drying on top of drying on top of drying, it's like, it actually makes things worse. So there's that. And then the next thing that I've been doing is using this e.l.f. concealer. And this is, it's just called the e.l.f. concealer. This color is Honey. And I use that for my under eyes. I just draw like a little upside down triangle. And then I'm also going to put it over this spot because you can see that that concealer rubbed off. I don't want to like make it super cakey, but I do want to cover that up as best as I can. So then I go in with this brush again, and this is why I love this brush, because I can use it for my foundation and my concealer, and I don't know, I really like the shape of it for my concealer. And I just go in kind of with like this higher part and just like blend it in under my eyes and up along the sides of my nose too. And then I'm gonna try to blend out this spot. Like I said, I'm really not good at concealing huge spots like that because I usually don't. I usually, like, if this was a normal day, I would probably not put any makeup on, but I actually have places I need to go, so I really don't know what I'm doing. But I think that's probably the best that I'm going to get it. Hopefully that doesn't look too cakey and crazy. Then the next step that I do is I go over everything with a translucent powder. This is the Flawless FX Translucent Finishing Powder by Victoria's Secret. I don't think that they make this anymore, but I would say that it's comparable to the e.l.f. one, it's comparable to the Makeup Forever one. Really, I mean, a lot of these powders are very similar. Seen that this didn't get very good reviews, but I personally really like it. And I just am going under my eyes with this and then over that spot that I used concealer on. I'm gonna use that all over the rest of my face as well in a minute, but I'm gonna do my bronzer and stuff first. And I like to do the under eyes before I put on my bottom lash mascara, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. This is just a waterproof mascara from Ulta. This is my tried and true bottom lash mascara. It works so amazing. I will never wear a non-waterproof bottom lash mascara again, I don't think. So there's that. I think that huge spot doesn't look awful. I'm probably just gonna bring my concealer with me where I go tonight because I may need to touch up. I don't know how well that's gonna hold. Then I'm gonna use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I have to say, this is just a little like sample size. This has lasted me. I got this in May. I got this at BeautyCon, or you know, when I was in New York. So that's a really good deal, in my opinion, because I got the whole set for like $30. And I love this bronzer. It's like, I think it's my holy grail bronzer for sure. And I just kind of go in, you can probably see what I'm doing. I should probably go a little slower, but I just kind of do like, I swoop down and then I swoop it this way to go up into my hairline. And this is the Angle Blush Brush from Crown Brush, I believe. I bought a huge set of brushes from Crown Brush before I started trying out Sigma brushes, and I do like some of them, and then some of them I don't really like so much. So this one is from Crown Brush. Also, this one that I use for my powder is from Crown Brush, and I like that a lot. But then some of the other ones were like not so great, so I don't know. But I really do like this one. It's very, very soft. It's a lot like the e.l.f. blush brush, but it's so much softer. So just do that on both sides. And then I do go up on my temples as well, just for a natural looking. And then I usually do a little bit of my chin too, to kind of contour my chin. I don't do it as structured though, I just kind of like swoop over. And then I get a very small amount usually on here, and I just do a little bit of contouring on the nose. And then I'll blend it out, usually mostly with my finger. And it depends. Sometimes I do a really dramatic contour on my nose, but this is just kind of like my everyday. And then what I love about this brush too is that it's multi-purpose, and I have been using it for my blush and my bronzer. So this is the Lorac Baked Matte Satin Blush in Hollywood. I love this. This has been my go-to because it looks good with like any kind of look that you're doing. And I just do this, you know, up here and bring it up. I'm gonna try not to get it in that spot of concealer because that's gonna look real ratchet. Look at my zit. Look, I put blush on it for you guys. The struggle. Yeah. And then sometimes, I think this looks pretty good, but sometimes if I do my blush a little too heavy, what I'll do is I'll take this foundation brush that has like a little bit of leftover product and I'll just kind of dab, and it sort of like blends it out and, you know, makes it look a little more natural. That's something that I've been doing a lot lately, and I've really been liking it, because it's like, what do you do when you have too much blush on? You don't want to like wash your entire face off. And then I'll also go in, and sometimes I'll use a fan brush, sometimes I won't. Today, since I'm doing my everyday foundation, this is just kind of like my quick version, I will use the same brush again, and I'll just kind of like get the pink off. And then I'll take this, is a bronzer from Victoria's Secret, it's called Glowing, but I use it as a highlighter since it's very light. And I'll just get a little bit of that on there and just sort of like place it up here. And just kind of make it look like a nice highlight. Maybe a little on my nose too. But yeah, like I said, sometimes I'll use a fan brush, that's the ideal, but if I'm just kind of rushing, that's what I'll do. And then I'll go ahead and use my powder all over. And I just get a little bit of this and sort of like do that guy. And like definitely on the nose. This is not part of my foundation, but I guess I'll show you. I'm gonna add some lipstick. I always do my lipstick last just because you always get that foundation like all over your lips, which is kind of disgusting. This is the NYC Expert Lash Lip Color in Sugar Plum. This is actually my first time trying it. I got it in an Influencer Wax box, so it looks pretty, so let's see. It's a little on the shimmery like side for me, but it is a pretty color, so I think I'm actually just gonna take some of this powder. It's a little trick of mine too. And that kind of makes it a little bit more matte. It's not completely matte. I don't know how much I love this color. What do you guys think? I might change it just because, I don't know, I think I like it. I don't know. But anyway, that is my whole foundation routine either way. It's pretty easy. I'm looking at the timestamp on here, and including me talking and slowing things down, it took 14 minutes. So honestly, this is like a 5-minute foundation routine. So yeah, I hope it was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think that's all I really have to say. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not yet, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. It's just such a new opportunity, and it's such a unique opportunity. You get 4 years, and then you might not ever get it again unless you go back. And grad school is definitely totally different too. So just accept it and be open to it, and you should be good. So I hope that you guys like this video.